I literally just had this conversation yesterday. The thing when you're defending the truth, when you believe in what you talk about, the wonderful thing about defending your truth is that you can debate it. You actually have evidence to support what you say. I'm not waiting for a bad thing to happen to tell you what's wrong with a lot of these woke ideologies and why I've chosen to speak out so that we can get back to some form of common sense and logic when it comes to living our lives. What happened to, I hear a lot of people already talking about this man and woman's boxing incident. But some of us, like Riley Gaines, Candace Owens, we were talking about these things before it actually happened. But people don't want to listen to these kind of things. They want to ignore it. The media will tell you that it's not real. And then you also have places like Google and even YouTube who will hide this information and throttle it so that you don't get to see what's really going on in the world. And it's sad. It's sad when we are hiding from what makes sense. Now, when Riley Gaines went through the same exact problem in swimming with Leah Thomas, nobody wanted to say anything because we were too busy fighting for men's rights in women's sports. We were fighting for men's right to invade women's spaces, to be able to undress in front of them and whatever else it was that they were fighting for. But nobody wanted to acknowledge that in order to give them this right, they had to invade the rights of someone else. Nobody cares about that. And it's shocking to me that you have these women out here who pretend to be feminists, who pretend to be fighting on the side of women's empowerment and all these other things, but they don't have the cojones to step forward and say, this is wrong. You are not a woman. You were born a biological male. You are a trans woman, if that's what you choose to be called, but we cannot give you the rights of a woman because you will destroy the rights of women. And in a sense, that's exactly what's going on. Feminists claim to be fighting against what men have been doing to women for generations, but yet, as long as a man is willing to identify as a woman, come on in. You can take over. You can have control again. Why? Because again, they don't have the cojones, the balls to stand up and do the right thing. This is not about left and right. It's about right and wrong. What happened to this woman, Angela Carini, I believe, was tragic. It's unfortunate. And it isn't just because she got her nose broke. This woman has fought for most of her life to get to this point, to be in the Olympics, just to have her dreams crash in front of her eyes because she was forced to fight a biological man. You can call that transphobic. It's not, but you're more than free to call it because that's what you need to do to defend your position. You see, at the end of the day, this is the problem that the Democrats have. They are afraid to challenge each other on things that they know are wrong. It's all or nothing with them. If you disagree with a single right or issue that we are imposing on the rest of the world, you do not belong with us. You are an outcast. I don't care what you say you are. When you go against the grain, when you choose to disagree, even with one single issue, we're going to cancel everything about you. That's the problem that we have. Now, I've had a few disagreements with Republicans and conservatives about what they believe and how we should be improving and leading our lives. But I've never been afraid that my disagreements was going to cause me to no longer be a conservative or a Republican. We stand by what we say. That's why I chose to become a conservative, to stand with the Republicans on what they believe so that we can get this country back on track. Democrats right now, with Kamala Harris running for president, they only have one issue that they can stand on, and they are hoping to win the entire presidency on this one issue, and that's abortion. I'm speaking to the people now. I don't care about the government officials. I don't care about Megan Thee Stallion twerking on stage. I don't care about people who have no right speaking on behalf of the people. I'm down here with the people. I'm struggling as a single father. I can look around me and I can tell you what is wrong with the world from where we're at, not from where they're at. Men have no right in women's spaces, period. It really is that simple. Men have no right in women's spaces. It's unfortunate. Here, I'll say it for you. It is unfortunate if you were born a man or a woman and mentally you feel like you should have been born the opposite sex. I feel for you. But the answer is not to invade the spaces of other people, the rights of other people, so that you can pretend that you are something you are not. And I said it in my last video. I will leave a link in the comment section. I don't understand why Christians, if you truly believe in the word of God and you believe in your faith, why are you still supporting and watching the Olympics? Why are you supporting anything when you know the money you give them is going to be used to support these political agendas that you do not agree with? You don't want to get out there and physically take a stand and protest with the wrongs that's going on in this world, with the persecution of your faith and what you believe as a human being? If you can't get out there and physically do it, then just stop supporting it. Stop giving them your money. It's not right. Using abortion as the only reason why you will vote for Kamala Harris is not a reason to vote for Kamala Harris. We have so many more pressing issues to save this entire country. And I know you're not going to like what I'm about to say, but we can't put a condom on every last issue that we have in this country, but you can put a condom on your issue. Until we find a better way to handle that situation for everybody. And I do believe it is something that we need to discuss, something we need to figure out a way to compromise on and sacrifice from both sides so that we can come to a reasonable solution working towards our future. I believe that. But you have the same enemy that is creating problems like this for an Angela Carini that is trying to now tell you that Trump is the evil person, the wrong one here. Trump isn't flawless. He is not perfect. I will even go as far as to say that I've said it multiple times. The man's kind of an asshole, but he's the asshole that we need in order to get things done in this country. Women should not be put in a position that is going to allow them to possibly ruin their lives, to even die, just to support someone else's agenda. And I've even seen over here on X where people are already trying to come to the defense of the transgender community. As much as I despise the look that this man had who beat up this woman in the Olympic boxing, the fault isn't 100% that person's. It's the people who allowed it to happen. And as of right now, until we get better answers, until we get a better solution, that is the entire Olympics. There was the opening ceremonies that we don't agree with. That is a mockery of the Christian faith. And you continuing to watch it so that you can support your athletes. Is you deciding that that's more important than what you believe right here. That's the biggest protest that you can give to this country. I will not support it. I will not watch it. I will not allow my kids to do so either. Something has to happen. And I don't understand why we as a people can't use common sense and logic to speak out, to stop being cowards, to trust in your faith, to trust in what you believe, whatever that belief is. You cannot allow these woke ideologies, these agendas, these government policies to keep you from speaking out on what you know is truth. In closing, I read something, and I know a lot of you guys don't like Kevin Sorbo's, but he says something to the effect that the government needs us to be dumb. They want us dumb enough to accept whatever they say, but smart enough to vote. And that's it, to keep voting for them. We have a chance to change that right now, to start moving in a positive direction. So stop listening to all the lies. Stop listening to the manipulations. Stop listening to the people who can't defend their version of a truth or using a truth to defend all of their lies. This woman didn't deserve to have her dreams squashed, ruined, devastated. She didn't deserve that to happen to her just so that we can live the dreams of another person who did not belong. If you guys are enjoying this content, again, I speak from the heart in everything that I say. I may not always be right, but I'm willing to defend my positions in life. And if I'm wrong about something, then I'm willing to say that I'm wrong. And that will help me to change my position. It's called growth, it's called evolving as a human being. Democrats and liberals can't do that right now. They're never wrong about anything. Everyone else is to blame for why they believe the things that they do, for forcing their pronouns and their rights on every last person in this country who can't stand or believe in that. But if you guys are enjoying this content and you guys want to be able to share your opinions without disrespecting and insulting people so that we can start coming to healthier conclusions about what's going on in the world, please do me a huge favor. Help us to grow as a community by hitting the like, subscribe, and follow button so that you can receive all the latest updates as soon as I can make them available to you. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Peace.